My wife said, "I'm pregnant by your brother, deal with it." I said, "Congratulations." Then I revealed the vasectomy he had 5 years ago. When the real father turned out to be her sister's husband, the entire family imploded at Thanksgiving. I, 32 male, was sitting in our living room when Rochelle, 30, my wife of 6 years, walked in with this smug look on her face. We'd been having problems for months. Dead bedroom, constant fighting about money, her spending every weekend at her sister's place. I was actually planning to suggest counseling. "We need to talk," she said, sitting across from me instead of next to me. Red flag. I'm pregnant. My first thought was confusion because we hadn't been intimate in 3 months. Before I could respond, she continued. "It's Damon's." Damon, my younger brother. 29 years old, successful contractor, recently bought a house. The brother who'd been my best man at our wedding. She sat there with her arms crossed, actually looking proud of herself. "I know this is hard for you to hear, but Damon and I are in love. Have been for months. You're just gonna have to deal with it." I stared at her for maybe 10 seconds. Then I said, "Congratulations." Her smug expression faltered. "That's it? Congratulations? What else should I say? You're having a baby. That's wonderful news. You're not angry?" "Oh, I'm something, but mostly I'm confused about the logistics." "What logistics?" "Well, Damon had a vasectomy 5 years ago." The color drained from her face. "What? No, he didn't." "Yeah, he did. Remember when he dated Cassandra, the one with 3 kids who wanted more? He got snipped because he never wanted children. I drove him to and from the procedure." "You're lying." I pulled out my phone, scrolled through old photos, found the one of Damon holding a bag of frozen peas against his crotch, giving a thumbs up. May 2019, he sent this to our group chat. Made jokes about being shooting blanks for weeks. Rochelle snatched my phone, stared at the photo. Her hands were shaking. He never said. Probably because you never actually slept with him. Update 1. So after dropping that bomb, Rochelle went ballistic, screaming about how I was trying to gaslight her, that Damon must have had it reversed, that I was making things up to hurt her. I texted Damon, "Rochelle says she's pregnant with your baby. Congrats?" He called immediately. "What? Bro, what the hell? I haven't even seen Rochelle since your birthday party in June." Put him on speaker. Rochelle tried to grab my phone, but I held it away. Damon continued, "Is this why she kept DMing me weird stuff? I blocked her on Instagram last month because she was sending thirst traps." "You blocked me?" Rochelle screeched. "Rochelle, what is wrong with you? You're married to my brother." She hung up on him. The next morning she tried a different approach. Made me breakfast, first time in a year wearing lingerie at 7 a.m. "Baby, I was confused. The pregnancy hormones are making me crazy. It's your baby. I just panicked. We haven't had sex since August." "That's not true. Remember that night after Zoe's wedding?" "Zoe's wedding was in July. It's November." She did the math in her head. "I meant September, Labor Day weekend." "I was at a work conference in Labor Day. You went to your sister Gwen's beach house, remember?" Another face color change. "Gotcha. How far along are you exactly?" Eight weeks. So conceived in early September, when you were at the beach house with Gwen and her husband Terrell. She stood up so fast the plate flipped, eggs everywhere. "I'm going to Gwen's." "Cool. Pack everything while you're at it." Update 2, y'all. The drama escalated quick. First, Rochelle's mom Desiree called me crying. "How could you throw out a pregnant woman?" She told me it wasn't mine. Actually said it was Damon's. She's confused. Pregnancy brain. "Desiree, she's been cheating. We both know it. You don't know that." "Actually, I do. I hired a PI last month when she started acting weird. Have photos of her meeting someone at hotels. Multiple times. Silence. Then, you spied on her?" "I suspected she was cheating. I was right." She hung up. Then came the family group chat explosion. Rochelle added everyone. My parents, her parents, siblings, even cousins. Posted a long message about how I was abandoning her in her time of need and refusing to accept my own child. My mom responded first, "Didn't you just tell him it was Damon's baby?" "Rochelle, I was confused." Damon chimed in, "I'm sending everyone my vasectomy paperwork right now. I'm sterile, have been for 5 years. He actually did it. Posted the whole medical record. Rochelle's sister Gwen. "This is a private matter. Stop airing family business." Interesting reaction from someone who wasn't directly involved, right? That's when Rochelle's other sister, Imani, dropped a bomb. Gwen, didn't Rochelle stay with you guys for like 3 weeks in September? Gwen left the chat. Terrell, Gwen's husband, left the chat. Rochelle left the chat. My dad, Thanksgiving is gonna be awkward. Update 3. Got a call from Terrell. First time he'd ever called me directly. We need to talk, man to man. Met him at a sports bar. Dude looked rough. Bags under his eyes, hadn't shaved, wearing the same clothes I'd seen him in on his Instagram story 3 days ago. Did you know? I asked. Not until the group chat. But things make sense now. Gwen's been acting weird. Super protective of her phone. Started accusing me of cheating out of nowhere. You think Rochelle and Gwen? No, man. He took a long drink. I think Rochelle and I… What? Labor Day weekend. Beach house. I got blackout drunk. Woke up on the couch with my shirt inside out. Rochelle was acting weird the next morning. Gwen said I passed out early and she put me to bed, but… You think Rochelle? I don't think anymore. I know. Found a video on our cloud storage from our bedroom security cam. My stomach dropped. At the beach house? Yeah, we installed it because of break-ins in the area. It backs up automatically. He showed me his phone. I can't show you the whole thing, but look at the timestamp. September 2nd, 3:27 a.m. There was Rochelle, sneaking out of their bedroom, hair messed up, carrying her shoes. Gwen was passed out on Xanax and wine. She takes anxiety meds, heavy sleeper when she mixes them. So Rochelle waited until we were both out and… He couldn't finish. That's assault, man, if you were that drunk. Try explaining that to anyone. Guy claiming a woman assaulted him while his wife was in the same bed? We sat in silence. The baby's probably mine, he finally said. Timeline matches. What are you gonna do? Hell if I know. But Thanksgiving dinner is tomorrow at Gwen's mom's house. Everyone will be there. You still going? Oh, I'm going, and I'm bringing receipts. Update 4. I wasn't planning to go to Thanksgiving. It's hosted by Rochelle's family every year, and given everything, seemed best to skip it. But then Damon texted our group chat. Bro, you have to come. Terrell just told me something. Trust me. Then my mom called. Desiree specifically requested you come. Says Rochelle has something important to tell everyone. Against my better judgment, I went. Walked in to find the most tense room I've ever experienced. Rochelle sitting next to Gwen, whispering furiously. Terrell at the opposite end of the table, drinking straight bourbon. Damon next to my parents. Various aunts, uncles, cousins, all sensing drama, but not knowing what. Desiree clinked her glass. Before we eat, Rochelle has an announcement. Rochelle stood up, actually glowing with confidence. I wanted everyone to know that despite the challenges in my marriage, I'm blessed to announce I'm pregnant. Scattered congratulations. Some confused looks given the challenges comment. And, she continued, looking directly at me, I've decided to raise this baby with someone who actually loves me. Someone who's been there for me through everything. She grabbed Gwen's hand. My sister and I are moving in together. We're going to raise this baby as a family, with or without the deadbeat dad. Wait, what? Was she implying? Gwen looked confused but smiled. Yes, I'll always support my sister. Terrell stood up. Actually, I have something to share too. The room went quiet. Since we're talking about the baby, we should probably discuss how it was conceived. Rochelle's face went white. Terrell. Don't. No, I think everyone should know. He pulled out his phone, connected it to the Bluetooth speaker they use for music. This is from September 2nd, 3:47 a.m. Audio started playing. Rochelle's voice slurred. He won't remember anything. Gwen's passed out. Stop being such a baby about it. Terrell's voice barely conscious. What are you doing? Stop. Shut up, you've been flirting with me all weekend. No, get off. Gwen. Rochelle laughing. She's unconscious. I put extra Xanax in her wine. Just lay back. Desiree gasped. Turn it off. There's more, Terrell said. Security footage of her leaving our bedroom. Photos from the PI showing her buying Plan B the next day. But I guess that didn't work. Gwen stood up slowly, staring at Rochelle. You drugged me? You slept with my husband? It wasn't like that, Rochelle pleaded. He came on to me. We just heard audio of you saying you drugged me. That's taken out of context. What context makes that better? Gwen screamed. Yes, the same line from the divorce court story, but it really applies here. Rochelle turned to me. This is your fault. If you'd been a better husband. You drugged your sister and assaulted her husband because I was a bad husband? The room exploded. Desiree was crying. Gwen lunged at Rochelle but got held back by cousins. Terrell threw his wedding ring at Gwen's feet and walked out. My mom was praying out loud. Damon was recording everything, of course. Rochelle tried one more manipulation. I'm pregnant. You can't do this to a pregnant woman. Imani laughed bitterly. Girl, you just admitted to sexual assault on tape that everyone just heard. It wasn't assault. He wanted it. We literally just heard him saying no while drunk. Rochelle grabbed her purse and ran out. Gwen collapsed sobbing. Thanksgiving was officially canceled. Update 5. The fallout has been insane. First, the legal stuff. Terrell filed a police report. The audio, video, and Plan B receipt are evidence. Rochelle's been calling everyone begging them to convince him to drop it. She showed up at my apartment at 2 a.m. pounding on the door. Please, you have to help me. They're saying I could go to jail. You drugged and assaulted someone. It wasn't assault. We were both drunk. You literally admitted to drugging Gwen. And Terrell was unconscious. He got hard. That means he wanted it. That's not how it works, and you know it. If I go to jail, what happens to the baby? That's not my problem. You're supposed to be my husband. Actually, the divorce papers you'll be served tomorrow say otherwise. She tried to push past me into the apartment. I blocked her. Rochelle, leave, or I'm calling the cops. You wouldn't dare. I started dialing. She ran. Then came the family division. Team Rochelle, somehow she has won. Her mom Desiree. She made a mistake, but family sticks together. Her aunt Keisha. Terrell probably led her on. 2 cousins who think men can't be assaulted. Team everyone else. Literally everyone else. Gwen filed for divorce and a restraining order against Rochelle. Posted on Facebook, finding out your sister drugged you to sleep with your husband is not how I plan to end 2024. The comments were brutal, but deserved. Update 6. Rochelle's entitlement reached new heights. She actually tried to sue Terrell for child support. Her lawyer dropped her after hearing the recording. She represented herself in family court, arguing that, regardless of circumstances, he's the biological father and needs to provide for his child. The judge looked at her like she had 3 heads. Ma'am, you're currently under investigation for sexual assault against the person you're trying to get support from. But the baby needs. Ma'am, I strongly suggest you focus on your criminal case. She then pivoted to trying to get me to pay support, claiming we were still married when conception occurred, so I'm the presumptive father. My lawyer shut that down quick. My client has texts where you explicitly stated it wasn't his child. Also, the timeline proves he was in another city during conception. But the peak entitlement? She started a pregnancy blog called Thriving After Betrayal, where she painted herself as a victim of everyone abandoning her in her time of need. She actually wrote, "Society has failed pregnant women who make difficult choices in pursuit of love." Someone found it and posted screenshots to Twitter. The ratio was beautiful. Someone commented, "Difficult choices equals drugging your sister and assaulting her husband? Girl, seek help." The blog lasted 72 hours before getting taken down for violating community guidelines. Update 7. Christmas was approaching, and Rochelle went full nuclear. She created fake texts between me and her, making it look like I was threatening her. Posted them on Instagram with a long caption about escaping domestic violence. Problem? She's an idiot with technology. The timestamps were from times I was provably at work, presenting to 50 people. Also, she used the wrong phone number format. My area code was wrong. I didn't even have to defend myself. Internet detectives tore it apart in minutes. Someone found the app she used to create fake texts and posted a tutorial showing how she did it. Her account got banned for spreading false information. Then she tried to break into Gwen's house to get her things. She never lived there. Gwen's Ring camera caught her trying to jimmy the window at 3 a.m. She was wearing a baby on board shirt, as if being pregnant gave her breaking and entering privileges. Cops arrested her. She told them she was retrieving her property and that Gwen stole her baby's father. The officer, according to the report, "Ma'am, you can't break into someone's house regardless of your relationship drama." She got released on bail. Desiree paid it, but now has charges for attempted burglary, violation of restraining order, plus the pending sexual assault investigation. Her response? Posted on her mom's Facebook that the system is rigged against pregnant women. Update 8. Here's where everyone stands now. Rochelle, currently living with her mom, who's the only person still defending her, facing multiple criminal charges, still pregnant, still delusional. Tried to start a pregnancy support fund that raised $73, all from her mom's church friends who don't know the full story. When someone posted the recording in the comments, donations stopped. She's been banned from all family events. Amani told me she tried to crash their cousin's birthday party and got physically removed by security. The cousin hired security specifically because of her. Gwen, in therapy, staying with Amani. Divorce proceedings moving fast since Terrell isn't contesting anything. She posted one public statement. I lost a husband and a sister in the same moment. The betrayal from both is unbearable, but at least Terrell was unconscious. Rochelle was stone cold sober when she decided to destroy me. Living with his brother, also in therapy. The DNA test confirmed he's the father. He's already stated he wants no custody and will sign away rights. His lawyer is pushing for prosecution on the assault charges. He told me, I can't even look at anything from that weekend without feeling sick. Me. Divorce finalized in record time thanks to her admission of infidelity and the criminal charges. She got nothing except her personal belongings and her car, which got repossessed last week because she hasn't made payments in 3 months. Started dating Quinn, a teacher from my gym who thinks the whole story is insane. She jokes that she's glad she's an only child so there's no sister to worry about. Damon, still traumatized that Rochelle tried to baby trap him when he's literally sterile, has provided his medical records to 3 different lawyers as evidence. Started a Reddit thread called, My Sile tried to claim I got her pregnant even though I had a vasectomy. That went viral. The baby, this is the saddest part, due in May, will likely be born while Rochelle is either on trial or in jail. Terrell wants nothing to do with it, understandably. Rochelle's mom says she'll raise it, but she's 67 with health issues. The family is completely fractured. There won't be any more joint Thanksgivings. Christmas is canceled. Rochelle's actions destroyed multiple relationships in one selfish moment. Final update. The trial was last week. Didn't go well for Rochelle. She showed up to court 6 months pregnant, wearing a maternity dress that said blessed across the belly. Her lawyer, public defender because no one else would take her case, looked defeated before it even started. The prosecution played the audio, the security footage, showed the receipts for Plan B, had testimony from the pharmacy clerk who remembered her because she was laughing about needing it because she did something stupid while drunk. Rochelle took the stand against her lawyer's advice, claimed it was consensual and that the audio was role play. When asked why Gwen was unconscious, she actually said, she always takes too much Xanax. That's not my fault. The prosecutor, but you admitted on audio to putting extra in her wine. That was a joke. Do you often joke about drugging people? I didn't drug Terrell. No, just your sister, so you could assault her husband. It wasn't assault, he climaxed. The judge had to call a recess because several jury members looked physically ill. Verdict. Guilty of sexual assault in the 3rd degree and administering a drug to facilitate a crime. Sentencing is next month, but her lawyer says she's looking at 2 to 4 years. With the baby due in May, she'll likely give birth in custody. Desiree had a complete breakdown in court, screaming that the system is destroying a mother. Security had to remove her. She's still posting on Facebook about injustice and asking for prayers for her persecuted daughter. Gwen's victim impact statement was heartbreaking. She was my sister. I trusted her more than anyone. She drugged me and violated my husband in my own bed, then tried to play victim when exposed. The betrayal is indescribable. I can't sleep. I can't trust anyone. She destroyed my life for a drunk hookup. Terrell's statement, I've been in therapy twice a week since November. I can't be intimate with anyone. I have nightmares. The fact that there's going to be a child from this assault makes it worse. I'm signing away my rights because I can't look at a baby and be reminded of the worst night of my life. Rochelle interrupted. You're abandoning your child. Ma'am, you're only making this worse for yourself. After the verdict, Rochelle's last Facebook post before going to holding, wrongfully convicted for being in love. This isn't over. Actually, Rochelle, it is. As for me, the divorce is final. I'm in therapy to process the betrayal. Quinn and I are taking things slow but steady. She came to court with me for support and held my hand through the whole thing. The house sold. I moved to a new apartment closer to work, started fresh, blocked everyone from Rochelle's family except Imani and Gwen, who've been supportive throughout this nightmare. Damon and I are closer than ever. He jokes that at least his vasectomy saved him from being baby-trapped, but I know he's messed up about it too. We go to the same therapist now, different sessions, but same practice. To everyone asking if I feel bad about the baby, yeah, I do. That child did nothing wrong but will be born into an absolute disaster. Desiree says she'll raise it, but she's already showing signs of dementia. The state might end up taking custody. It's tragic, but that's not on me. That's on Rochelle, who decided to drug her sister, assault her brother-in-law, try to baby-trap my brother, lie about everything, double down when caught, destroy every relationship she had, all because she wanted attention and drama. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. In this case, the prize is a prison sentence and a baby she won't raise. I'm done with this chapter. Moving forward, living my life. And to anyone reading this, if your partner suddenly claims they're pregnant with your sibling's baby, run. But maybe check if your sibling has had a vasectomy first. Might save you some drama. Edit. Since people keep asking, yes, this is real. No, I won't share court documents or real names. Yes, Terrell is getting therapy specifically for male assault victims. The therapist specializes in it. Men can be victims too. Edit 2. Stop trying to find Rochelle's social media. She's in jail anyway. Let it go. Edit 3. For those asking about Thanksgiving recipes, since ours was ruined, my mom makes amazing mac and cheese, but says the secret ingredient is not having family drama. So maybe work on that first.